Alright. So, if everyone's ready, we shall begin with the final introduction session of Fallout Prisoners of the New World. We're going to pick up with a hot start. So, when last we left our heroes, they had met the Hanged Man, dealt with some NCR, and they retreated to a old abandoned house where they could spend the night, level up, and rest up. We now start a few hours after the following morning. You guys gathered all of your things, mounted onto your new NCR war truck that you stole. Yes, everyone, if you aren't at full hit points, you should be. But you can check that quickly in case I somehow missed yours.
Like mine.
Yes. And
I'm not
so
at
you
full
guys...
XP.
So, you guys mounted your NCR war truck that you stole. Well, the NCR Hog Wild, getting ready to move, just as you heard in the distance the sound of engines coming. The sounds of people hooting and hollering. And you heard the sounds of what the Hanged Man informs all of you as is a cultist war party driving up the road from the prison. So very quickly, all of you have it mounted up, and you are now driving. Unfortunately for all of you, a few vehicles at the front of the Children of Tomorrow little convoy, their forward scouts, have caught up to you all. So, as you are all driving off, which one of you is driving?
I think Michael claimed to drive last time.
I
Yeah,
think
Michael
so.
was driving and I called the gun.
I called shotgun.
Ben's shooting, Michael's driving.
Liam's hanging out the window with his shotgun.
Sounds good to me. All right.
And I think the rest are either in it or on our trailer.
Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my chainsaw.
They just grab all of you. Put you in your correct seats then.
Were they yet?
It might take a second.
Or I've been left behind.
Oh, this
That's
is
Oh, wow.
So, as you guys are driving along, from behind you, you see two other vehicles approaching. One is an old blue-looking Mustang with massive off-road tires jutting out the side and a big Gatling gun on top. Behind it is what looks like a rusted-out passenger car with spikes coating it. You see in the passenger seats, it's cultists waving blades and shotguns and hooting and hollering after you, calling out for all of you to pull over, and they just want to talk. What do you guys want to do?
I think they want to do more than just talk.
Nash, it looks like they're calling shotgun as well.
But I called shotgun.
That you did. So, in this case, if you guys want to keep running, we'll run this as a combat skill challenge. So for everyone who wants to engage in combat, you'll be doing that normally, but to actually evade them and their reinforcements, the driver and whoever is helping him to either like navigate or like throw out like obstacles to slow down your pursuit, it'll be a skill challenge. So you guys need to divide up who wants to do combat and who wants to partake in the skill challenge.
Is there any chance this truck has one of those fuel injector thingies like in Mad Max, where they sit in the front and spit petrol into it to speed the car up?
I mean, you can try.
Serious question.
Mm-hmm.
As part of combat, can I create an obstacle?
That'll be part of the skill challenge. You can, so you can, if you are in one group or the other, if there's nothing for you to do, you can swap over. It's just who's going to focus on what.
I'm just asking because if the blue car was in front, if we shot the tire, the front big tire, it would cause a crash, and then we would block the road and get away.
Potentially. They are off-road vehicles. They might drive up the sides.
That's
So,
illegal.
yeah.
What kind of skills are needed in the skill challenge?
In the skill challenge, anything that that you could convince me would be useful in a getaway drive. So, vehicles, you could use perception or survival or even insight, mechanics, technology, anything.
And the combat
Yeah.
is throwing things at them?
Let's say yes. Let's say that it's only throwing things, right, guys?
I'm on the big gun, so I guess I do combat.
I vote to do skills.
Okay. I'll move those doing skills to the front then. Liam, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm not much use unless they get up close, so I could do a skill as well.
Okay. Well,
Could I potentially throw things at them using dexterity?
you can.
Is there anything in the truck that I could throw?
You can start throwing supplies. Sure.
Ooh, do we want that though?
The supplies are helpful.
There's not really much
That's
else
alive.
in the truck, unfortunately, that is
Okay, well,
throwable.
what if somebody makes up some kind of bomb and I throw it?
Do we have an explosives expert here?
Any
Is this
explosives
why?
different?
Is
Do
this
we
why
have
you
explosive
hinted
materials?
at me, Seth, to pick an explosives skill?
Maybe.
Oh,
There,
well, I'm sorry to disappoint.
There is crafting resources if someone does want to. If someone has explosives that they can
What about
try.
Hanged Man? Does he have explosives?
He does not. But while you guys are driving, he does look at you, Yoko, and he says, "I would like my gun and bullets."
Yeah, right, I'll give him that.
Okay. He takes them and he
Best I
hangs
can
out
do is
the back. Okay, so Yoko.
Yeah, I'll do combat stuff, I guess.
Okay. Alright, then let's start rolling some initiatives. Okay. So, in this case, the Mustang goes last, so Phil, you're up first.
Criminy. Alright, I'm gonna throw some things. What can I throw?
You can throw, there's a bunch of workbench tools, there's a bunch of ammunition, and there's a bunch of food.
Okay. Okay, I will throw some workbench tools and I'll try and aim it for. Do they have like a grating at the front of the engine?
Yes. For the Mustang, it's a lot smaller than it is for the Warwoos.
Okay, how difficult will it be for me to hit that front grating to try and get the tools in their engine?
Considering you got the feat that increases the range of thrown weapons by 15 feet, not terribly difficult, because they're all within range. You just roll melee.
Melee? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one rolled one.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. And were you throwing it at the Mustang or the Warwoos?
Which one looks more dangerous?
Well, the Warwoos has a minigun, but the Mustang looks like a people carrier. Sorry, Mustang. Yeah.
I'll throw it at the war. Oh, I'll throw it. Wait, so which one's?
Sorry, Mustang has the minigun.
I'll
Sorry.
throw it at the Mustang.
Perfect. Alright. Alright, you take out this big hammer and you chuck it through the air. The hammer spins and it slams into the front of the Mustang. The front grille kind of splits open as it cracks and the hammer just buries itself in. And you see black smoke start to puff out of it. The Mustang starts to slow down as you start to gain ground on it.
Very cool. Very well.
Anything else, Phil?
Is there anything that we can kind of move to the... So the back is open, is that right?
The back is open, yes.
Okay, is there anything we can move there to like act as cover? Like a bench or, I don't know, supplies maybe?
Yeah, so there's a few crates of supplies and there is a small workbench. You can move it to the back, sure.
Yeah, I'll move that to the back, just act as cover in case we start to take fire.
Yep, perfect. Okay, that's the rest of your turn, then moving on. Wait, I always forget with Foundry you have to actually press the begin combat button, sorry. Okay, next turn. Ryan, you're up. Hanged Man and Ivy are up next.
I used the big ducker.
Right, and you rotate the big ducker, make a ranged check for me, please. Oof. That was nearly a critical failure. That was nearly Ben. Anyways, Ben turns the big ducker and there's a loud resounding boom, 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 boom as he opens up with the 50 cal and bullets start to go flying past the vehicles wildly, but he mostly just gets a few grazing hits in. You wish to fire again, Ben?
Need more ducker.
Need more ducker. Unfortunately, these things are slightly armored, so an AC of 15 is what I'm looking for. You unleash more ducker, and more bullets hit into them, doing some damage, but not terribly much, as they are very armored. Gonna use your third action to fire again?
Yeah, because ducker.
Okay. Good. Which one are you firing at? The Mustang or the Warhorse?
I'm trying to hit the Mustang to make it like move towards the Warhorse and hit it, crash into it with it.
Okay. Yep, perfect. I'm gonna make a driving check for the Mustang. And can you roll me 3d10, please? Plus your dex. Sorry, not dex.
3d10 plus.
Sorry, intellect. So 4. That's a lot of damage. Alright. Oh, that's a bad roll on his side. So, you do some decent damage as the bullets just drill down into the Mustang. And the Mustang kind of spins to the side, cutting off the Warhorse and bouncing off of it. There's a loud boom as they bounce back and forth. Alright, up next, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is going to hold his turn for when one of them starts to pull ahead, so he gets a clean shot. So, Ivy, how are you contributing to get you guys away from your pursuers?
Like, for a mechanics role, what sort of thing can I do?
You can do a lot of things. So, you could boost the engine's power. You could, so yeah, with a mechanics role, you could boost the engine power, you could fix the 4-wheel drive, because currently it's only on 2-wheel drive, and that would make navigating on this rather open road a lot easier. You could figure out what some loose parts are that aren't necessary, and then Yoko could yank them off and throw them. But overall, for this skill challenge, I'm looking for you guys to get 5 successes before you get 3 failures. If you get 5 successes before 3 failures, you'll get away from them scot-free, as it were.
Okay, so wait, you want me to roll 5?
No.
3 times
so,
for a check? Like whatever my max rolls.
So, between your team of people doing this skill challenge, I want 5 successes before 3 failures. So for you just make a mechanics check, and if you succeed, then that's 1 success. And the DC for all of these is going to be 15.
Alright, sure, I'll go for the, I was gonna say, speed.
Speed demon.
Where it is.
Very good. Alright, that's a good success there.
And can I just do it? Or can I do 2 other actions? Different mechanics checks? Or just stick with 1?
So, you can only use, in skill challenges, you can only use each skill once normally. So, in this case, you've kind of cranked the car's engine to its maximum, and it's not going to really go any better.
Okay. So, could I roll mechanics to find some parts that are needed? Is that what you mean? Yeah. What was your other option I could do?
All-wheel
All-wheel drive.
Yeah, you can do 4-wheel drive. But I'll only be counting one of the overall mechanics successes. The other ones will just give a boost to Michael for driving.
Okay, so I just do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So far we've got one success and no failures, and Michael will get some boosts to driving. Perfect. So overall, Michael will get a +3 to his driving roll.
A +3, huh?
So as you're driving, Ivy kind of squeezes between the two of you, coming from the back, just with her tool bag open and just like a wrench in her teeth, like a pirate, and she kind of crawls out over the engine and just nimbly reaches inside the engine block and starts turning things. Meanwhile, Reggie calls out, "Ma'am, I'm pretty certain you shouldn't be doing that while the car's moving. You should be wearing a seatbelt."
I'll be fine.
"But ma'am..." Meanwhile, Jimmy, your turn.
Time to gun it. Evasive driving.
Evasive driving?
Or offensive driving.
Offensive
Either one.
driving.
Jimmy's just heard gunfire, so he's starting to do evasive maneuvers.
So,
Sorry, can you roll that again? It was set to strength accidentally.
roll it again. Okay.
Yes, please.
With a +3.
I should have kept the first one.
But I have a +3 though.
Yeah,
Okay,
+3, that's 11.
fine.
That's what you said. I'd give a +3.
Oh yeah, right, with a +3. Unfortunately,
He
I'm looking
already
for
forgot.
a 15. Oh, actually, no. We'll just take the original roll because that's what I should have done. So, with that, you guys start driving even quicker. The engine just vroom, as Ivy has cleaned out what is probably 10 years of NCR gunk because they haven't bothered actually cleaning their truck, optimizing it. So that's now 2 successes. Jimmy, is there anything else you want to do? If you want, you can make another vehicle check to drive erratically, which will give enemies disadvantage on hitting your vehicle.
I mean, if I was trained in vehicles, I would do a check to drift around and then start driving backwards facing them to give you guys a better shooting position, but I'm not trained in vehicles, so...
How would that help us?
But
We've
Michael.
also got a trailer, Michael.
Michael. Oh, Michael.
Just
Oh,
the trailer
yeah.
goes flying.
As the trailer comes fucking flying.
Who
back
needs
over
the
it.
trailer?
Michael.
It's got stuff on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do, evasive maneuvers.
But Michael, Nicholas says always drift. In the spirit
it's
of
true.
Nicholas, roll to drift.
Okay, evasive drifting.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, 2 isn't very good. Damn, not a 1, not a critical failure? Okay. So, you start trying to do some evasive driving, but it's very bad, and mostly it's just spraying sand up into the gunner compartment, so
But
Ben's
at
going to
least
have disadvantage on his
That's a
first
9.
attack. But they'll also get a negative on their attacks. Okay.
Yeah, the
The
dust
war,
is getting
the
in their
war
eyes.
races turns. Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness I'm wearing my Ranger combat armor, Seth.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good roll from the Walrus. So, the Walrus manages to drive around the Mustang that's kind of blocking it.
Can you say that roll with disadvantage?
To shoot. They're not shooting.
Okay.
The Walrus drives up close and you see a hatch on top fly off. And a bunch of children of the road stand up out of it with clubs and shotguns. And they start climbing over your trailer.
Oh boy.
Thank goodness the hanged man was holding his action.
To shoot the driver, which he's gonna do right now. If I move him, oh, he's underneath the dog. I'm just gonna take the dog off the map right now. Not enough room for the dog.
Not Pooch.
Not Pooch. Alright, he opens fire with his 1911. That's a hit. Miss. The miss. Okay. So he rings out 3 quick shots. Bang, bang, bang. The first shot hits the driver, and as you see more people climbing out of the walls, including what looks like a heavily armored leader, just as the walrus starts to spin out and fall back as the driver loses control, leaving just those 4 on combat and roll their initiative. Okay, they roll really bad. Alright, Nash, you're up. Reggie is up after that.
Right.
Like, we will roll for Pooch because Phil needs his second character.
Okay.
So, Nash, what
Am I able to scoot back into the back to shoot and then move backwards, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that then. I shall move up to there
between everyone
and pull out my shotgun. And
my shotgun.
so would that be one action to move, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the hell of it, let's try this. I'm going to turn all of my actions into quick bursts, into minor actions. So that would be 3, so that'd be 6.
Uh-huh.
So, caravan, shotgun. How does it... so, quick minor action attacks, you just don't use
your action.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just roll it anyway, and then take off. Yeah. Oh, that should be. Oh, that's still using my intelligence anyway, but it doesn't matter. So that would just be 15.
Okay, perfect. 15.
Wait, does it use my proficiency bonus or?
No, here, hold on. Yep. So it should be a +4 to the hit. That would be a 19.
Okay.
So you let off one quick shot. I take it this is at the guy's boarding.
Yeah, just
that's
it's a
hit.
shock. Yeah, so all of the cone action, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the next shot, 14.
That is a miss.
Okay, but still does half damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. The second shot. Okay, so that's 3 now. Okay. And then 3 more. 4.
I think these guys are dead.
I'll tell you after
the
okay, after 4 shots, they are all blown away by all the shotgun pellets.
Cool. After 4 shots? Okay, so that would be 2 actions. So for the last action, I just moved back into to give someone else space.
Okay. Swap places with Reggie. Alright. Reggie's turn.
I was thinking, can he use his flame? Wait, they're all dead, right? Are they gone?
The 4 that boarded are dead, yes. Liam eviscerated them.
Well, I was gonna flamethrower things, but I don't need to do that anymore.
What Reggie could do is he could just jet fire out the back and try to just blind the enemy
with
vehicles.
fire?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
You could shoot it at the ground and try to set some like shrubbery on fire.
I mean, if you were to go to the back and just start shooting fire out, that would work as a good distraction.
Alright, so a jet of flames flies out the back, like igniting the air. That's a good amount of damage into the air. And you have him roll me just a dexterity check, just to see how dexterous he is at spraying the flamer back and forth at distracting them.
Oh, I'm so close to being a 2.
Would have been a lot worse. Alright,
Yeah.
so as you spray the flamer back and forth, the vehicles slow down a bit, and I will actually count that as a skill challenge success. There'll be 3 successes and no failures so far. Yoko, it's your second turn and Pooch's turn.
Yoko.
Mm-hmm.
So the truck has veered off, and because the driver was shot at.
Yep.
How far away are they?
They are 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay. What's the normal range of throwing something?
Normal range of a throwing something is 30 feet.
40. So with my 15 extra feet, I can reach them with throwing stuff. All right.
Easily.
Mustang. What happened to the Mustang again?
The tire got shot and you hit the engine with a hammer.
Okay, so it's still going, or is it been disabled?
It's still pursuing. It's just slowed down some.
Okay. Yeah. I think I might hold my action until they come close again, just in case they try and attack and board us. That boss lady looks dangerous. Is that a lady?
Yeah.
She does look dangerous. I'll hold my action until they come.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Alright, then the Mustang's turn. The Mustang starts its nuzzling forwards as it passes around the war woos. Yoko, do you want to take your out action? Or are you saving it for if people get even closer?
And how close is it?
35 feet.
Okay. Is it looking like it's going to shoot?
Yes, the minigun is...
Yeah. It was smoking before, right? So does it get any kind of disadvantage against shooting?
He will.
It's a slight disadvantage for the dust.
Mm-hmm.
The dust? Okay, right. No, I'll take cover. I'll hold my action and take cover.
Okay. You're +5 to your AC then. It opens up with the Gatling gun. Everyone in the back of the truck, and that includes you, Ben, that you have cover. Well, so you all have cover, so increase your AC by 5. If this hits you, which was, I'm feeling this will... Yeah, I'm assuming that hits none of you.
No.
You take half damage
Even
then.
without the +5.
So instead, you guys all take half damage then of this. As the Gatling gun opens fire. So 10 damage.
10. 5 damage for Benny.
It rounds down to 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Rounds down to 10.
Okay.
Reggie gets pelted with bullets. Oh, I see. Alright.
No, not Richie.
Next round. Yoko, you're up.
Hey, there we go.
Cookie. I'll throw something else at the war wagon.
The war woos. Mm-hmm.
War loose. I'll throw another tool. Some kind of tool.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you pick up a big screwdriver and you hurl it like a javelin.
Okay, cool. And I want to try and pierce the windscreen and throw.
Okay, that'll be a slightly difficult check, so I'll increase his AC by 5, but go for it.
Okay, just melee?
Mm-hmm. Thrown weapons can use either melee or unarmed or ranged. Okay, that is unfortunately a miss. The screwdriver glances off of the cab and falls into the nearby dust.
No, showed. Alright, I'll just take cover again.
Okay, perfect. Guys begin driving further into the wilderness, and the land turns into more of grass and trees, and the side becomes mountainous. Alright, moving on. Ryan, you're up. Ivy, you're the next player. Alright, Ryan, you open fire with your 50 caliber. Which vehicle?
One with the big gun.
The one with the big gun that hurts. Yep. Okay, that's a hit.
So 3d10 plus 4, was it?
Mm-hmm. Alright, the bullets pile into it, and the Mustang begins to slow down even more as it's just, the engine is just leaking oil. You see just dripping out of it, and you hear that it starts making a loud grinding sound. Okay. Oh, critical hit. Alright, Ben.
It's
Which
still on
one's
the
that?
Mustang.
Okay. Roll double damage. So 6 d10 damage, please.
Still with the plus 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. 47.
That is a lot of fucking damage.
Nice.
So with that, the Mustang just has bullets emptied into it. The 50 cal burning red hot. And the Mustang just is eviscerated to the point of the wheels just fall off and the cab falls to the ground, and it disappears in the dust.
And for the final one, need more Dakar. So close to another 20.
Unfortunately, that's a miss as the Walrus dodges to the side. At the front of the Walrus, the child of today points at all of you. You prisoners, come back. Our master wishes to speak with you.
Does he have more Dakar?
Always more. Tomorrow is always more.
But what
Alright.
about today?
The Hanged Man is going to try shooting her. Okay, the Hanged Man shoots her squarely in the skull, and her brain
Wow.
explodes.
Good job.
He then looks over at you, Yoko. Handle this, I'll help them navigate. And he climbs forward to the front of the cab. We can't keep driving like this, they'll all catch up with us. Turn left up here. He's gonna make a navigation check. Wow, he actually is exactly on the dot. Alright, so that's 4 successes and no failures. Moving on. Ivy.
Alright, I'm gonna do another mechanics shoot test to go faster. So I'll do that first before I... No.
You can't use any more mechanics checks for the skill challenge, unfortunately. You have to use a different skill.
Fine. We'll go technology. I'll try that.
So you very quickly hotwire the old car's computer system into your Pip-Boy, so you can help navigate and get out. And with that, you guys succeed in the skill challenge, and you get away.
We end that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use my ability that I just got to put it together on Reggie.
Mm-hmm. You want to repair Reggie some?
Yes.
Perfect. So you spend 1 hit die, and then make me a mechanics check. Actually, sorry, you don't make a mechanics check. Roll a hit die. So roll a d8, please. Reggie gets that plus your mechanics. What's your mechanics? Your mechanics is a +5, so he gets 19 temporary hit points, and he gets put back together. You go over to him and you mend all of his broken bits, and you with some duct tape just seal him up.
Be like that ad with flex tape. Just slap it on.
That's
You
a
know.
lot
That's
of
a lot of
damage.
damage. To prove the power of flex tape, I cut Reggie in half.
That's a lot of damage.
All right, and with that, you guys get away.
Nice.
Are you disappointed that we didn't get any failures?
Yes. Clearly, I should make skill checks harder.
Oh, it will happen. Don't you worry. There will be failures. I'm sure of it.
I'm just disappointed that we didn't get any natural one failures.
I mean, that's, yeah, since we were all in a car, that would have been... just...
Would have
We
been
got 2 critical
disastrous.
successes.
Yeah,
So
that was
that's
pretty good.
That will be the first time we've had any sort of critical success in combat since the start of this campaign.
That's not my first critical. I've had others. They were just a lot worse.
It's a good thing I don't have any attachment to my guns.
With that, you guys managed to get away. As you watch, you see the pursuing Children of Tomorrow cars disappear into the dust cloud behind you. The rolling sand swallowing them up. The hanged man sighs as he leans back against the truck wall. Does every day with you people end in violence?
Only those who come looking for it.
Why do you say you people like that? I barely know these guys.
Yeah, and you're with
True.
us too.
You do barely know each other, but the Lord has brought you together for a reason.
And I mean, you just shot that person, like, square in the head.
I mean, most of the violence that we've experienced have come after we've met you, so really, it's us that should be asking that question.
I don't enjoy killing, but when done righteously, has a purpose. Now, we are nearing the fort that the voice on your boxes has told you about. We're also nearing the main highway that runs east to west across the Colorado. I fear, as the Children of Tomorrow reside in a camp to the east between the mountains down the main highway, we may come across more if we're not careful.
What's the deal with these children? They look a little bit old to be kids.
They are a religious cult against the true word of God. They follow their prophet, their father. He believes that they can build a better tomorrow by living off of those who are left from the past. Also known as they are cannibals who eat other survivors in some sort of religious ceremony to give themselves power. They have been driven out. They originally dwelled far to the east by a place referred to as Kansas. They have fled further and further west, fearing civilization.
They're not in Kansas anymore.
No,
Toto.
we're not. Are you all still set on your destination of the fort?
That's where the
We're gonna
voice
explore
in the box said to go.
It is at the heart of the crossroad.
unless we find a better mechanic,
He
or perhaps
looks
a bomb disposal expert.
at Ivy. Are you saying that your comrade is not a good enough mechanic?
No, we need a good mechanic, i.e. one
A
that
good mechanic. Okay, so we don't have a good mechanic.
Okay, yeah, okay. So Ivy feels confident enough to remove the bomb out of her own Pip-Boy first, huh?
Well, we don't need a mechanic. We need a tinkerer.
Bomb disposal expert. Look, if people want to take offense to me saying we don't have a good mechanic, then they can try removing their explosive Pip-Boy first before jumping down my throat.
Is that what people wanting to do to remove it themselves?
I want to listen to the Pip Boy. The voice in the Pip Boy has always led me right.
Well, it's either that or we remove it ourselves, but we don't have the facilities to remove it ourselves.
So we go to the fort.
Michael,
Yeah,
can you
fine,
make
go.
me a vehicle check, please?
Okay.
And who's still in the front seat? Is it Ivy in the
Yeah,
passenger seat?
I'll be in the front.
Can you make me a perception check, please?
Never good when you ask for a perception check.
At least he's not doing it based on your passive perception.
So as you guys are driving along, Ivy, you notice that the road turns, and then very quickly around the edge on one side is a sheer cliff, and then on the other side of the road is a bunch of rocks, and in the middle of the road is a roadblock with armed figures. You guys are speeding towards it. You want to call out to Jimmy?
Me?
Yeah. You're the one who's
Like, what's this
noticed it.
figure look like?
Oh, there's multiple figures. They look like bandits.
Are there any flags around?
There are no flags, no.
Looks like bandits ahead.
Oh boy.
As you guys speed towards a blockade, you notice more children of tomorrow manning a small roadblock.
More of them.
You guys want to try just driving through it, just floor it with your increased engine, or do you want to pull over and try fighting them?
How solid are those barricades looking?
They look like some old, worn out concrete barricades.
How quickly could I tinker with something? And
Well,
how...
we've got a massive
I do,
turret
like-
on the back, don't we?
That is true.
We could talk to them. Hey
you guys
guys, you
wanna
just
do?
killed some of your friends. Mind leading us through?
You guys want to make a quick decision here? What's the play?
I vote bowl through.
If we want to bowl through, if we slow down a little bit to start, I can open fire like all hell.
But then we'd lose momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still open fire like all hell. It just means we're
As
going to
you're
do less
going,
damage to the less damage to the barriers.
So is the vote drive through?
If that's what the vote is, yep.
I mean, we could eat in, but
Drive through or eat in. Okay, Ivy, make
Maybe
it
that's
quick.
what they're trying to do.
Ivy, make a mechanics check. Jimmy, make a range check. I'm sorry, Jimmy, make a driving check, and Ryan, make a shooting check.
Finally, I rolled
Jesus
good.
Christ. Okay.
Nice.
Ivy very quickly hotwires the suspension so the car somehow elevates slightly.
It levitates.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
When Jimmy was talking about needing a good mechanic, she took that personally.
So the car gets to its maximum height on the suspension, and it floors it forwards with Jimmy's fantastic roll. Ryan starts opening up, just blindly firing with the 50 cal. Bullets are going everywhere. At the front of the bloody blockade, you see a child of today in some old rusted power armor raise a power armored fist, and you drive straight at her, and you kind of bounce over the blockade with the raised suspension, and you hear a satisfying chunk as your bumper hits her square in the face. You can just topples to the ground. Just drive over and just keep going.
Very good.
It's not good to play on the road.
Want to make an intimidation check, Nash?
Sure.
Okay. Nash just calls out at them as you guys drive past. With that, I'm going to give you guys one point of... well, actually, by now you guys should have multiple points of fear. So in your reputation with the children of tomorrow, so they will
Get off the road,
increase
you
your
stupid
fear.
kids.
So, you guys drive past the blockade. Keep driving down the road for another few miles.
EVIV over.
Child of the cloth, child of the road, child of the... Oh wow.
Child of the electric boogaloo.
Yes, they each have different... There are multiple different types of children, and they have different skills and weapons. Which you guys won't encounter this session, because you guys just drove through them.
That child today should be more like child of rubber, because that's what she ate.
Wouldn't it be bumper?
I thought it was the tire her.
No, it's the bumper.
Well, she got bumped off.
Just a small bump to the head.
Alright. So, you guys arrive then. Fort Abandoned. So, as you guys drive up to it, you see it's this massive sandstone structure, about the size of a 3-story house, made within the last few years. This building is in the classic NCR style of sandstone and wood, with plated tin used as reinforcement throughout the building. You see that it stands mostly as it has since it was abandoned a little bit ago, potentially a few months. You see that the doors are closed, but there's multiple gun ports and windows dotting the building. There's still some wooden palisades out front, the main gate. You see that the entire building is set just beside the main highway. What would you guys like to do?
Did the hanged men know if anyone was residing in this fort?
I've not personally gone past it since I've returned to this region, but from what I've heard, the NCR abandoned it 3 months ago, when they started losing Hoover Dam. If there's anyone inside, there'll be scavengers. And he's interrupted as all of your Pip Boys start beeping. The same beeping sound that they made when Nash caught up to your guys' group.
Is it showing dots? A new dot or something?
Down, and you see that there is a new dot a little bit inside of the fort, and on Nash and Ivy's Pip Boy, it's also showing that it's underground by about 50 feet.
Something's in there.
Is this where the
radio
dot
tower is? You guys can communicate.
Is the radio tower like part of the fort?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looks like we gotta go inside. Shall we?
And there's
knock
no
on
way
the
that we
door?
can like communicate via the radio thing with our Pip Boys?
You can communicate with each other via your Pip Boys, but if you want to communicate with the doctor, you'll have to use the radio tower.
Oh yeah, so he told us to come here to use this radio tower to then contact him.
Yeah.
So he's not actually here.
No.
No. That's what I was gonna ask next.
Something's here.
Something that's from the prison is here. I'm guessing if that's, if they're showing up on the Pip Boy.
Yeah, maybe it's someone we need to talk to.
Or someone who has to die.
Okay, Hangman's starting to make some sense.
Remember what the doctor said, anyone else from the prison that gets close to your group will be added to it for the bombs. So if you get close enough to them, they will be
So it could
linked.
be another person from prison.
Who, if you link them, you'll have the danger of you have to then keep them around.
As long as they're not a demon, should be okay.
Well, there's only one way we have to find out if they're a demon.
Let's head inside.
Jimmy, you got the keys, right? Because we should probably lock this up. We don't want somebody stealing our ride.
Hello.
Did this thing come with keys?
Yes, it has keys. Ivy and Nash disembark and they go up to the door. You guys see what looks like a small barracks room with some trophies on the wall, old weapons in some ranks, and a person standing behind what looks like a giant bunker door. Door that goes into the underground. You see that she's taking cover behind it, slightly leaning on it. You see beside her is a very large caliber repeating cowboy rifle that is pointed at you two, but she's not really holding it. It's sort of just lying there.
So she won't be the one on our dot?
No.
It's lower underground.
It's
right?
lower underground. It looks like it's about 50 feet underneath her. Underneath the
Maybe
hatch.
what she's waiting around by.
She's eyeing the two of you. She's wearing black leather armor with some steel plates. She's got 2 cowboy 6-shooters in her belt. She wears a black cowboy hat. She has brilliant golden hair and a very attractive but also a very harsh face. Like she's seen many things and survived them. So, who exactly are you two supposed to be? Can't be Mormons trying to preach the good word.
I mean, have you heard the good word?
I heard bird was the word.
We're just passing through. Happen to need to stop by here and check out the plumbing in this place.
Plumbing in this place.
Yeah.
She looks down and she eyes your prison boys and your pet boys. Well, actually, for you two, it's your pet boys. Ah. Interesting. You wouldn't happen to be here for the super mutant, would you?
I mean, we have a super mutant.
Do.
I'll just walk up behind them.
Yeah,
Yoko, do you know another super mutant?
She looks like she was about to say something. Pops as soon as she sees Yoko.
Is there a super mutant downstairs?
There is. I have been pursuing him for the last day or two. He's holed up down there, sealed himself in the sewer. There's an old emergency escape that way, but apparently there's a creature that is blocking the real exit. Stuck. I won't let him out, and the creature won't let him go any further. I'm waiting for him to get hungry.
Why were you chasing him?
Simple. And as she says this, she looks Yoko straight in the eyes. In the east, the Legion pays 1,000 tenars for super mutants.
I don't need any reward to kill you.
That's alright. I'm not going to kill you either.
Oh, guess we can't get a reward.
But if your friends want 1,000 dinars and a relationship with the Legion, then maybe they should point their weapons at you.
Joke's on you. I have no idea how to use that kind of money.
That kind of money buys you safe passage through the Legion's territory. You can go all the way out east. I've heard Boston and Washington are interested in this time of year. Or you could buy your way to safely not be captured and turned into a legionary. Or we can accept that this is a situation where I'm not going to get what I want and you're not going to get what you want, so we can just go our separate ways. How about that?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I ain't looking for any trouble. I was just following this super mutant because I'm a bounty hunter. It's a good price.
Downside about that is this super mutant may now be tethered to us in a way.
As I said, I wouldn't want to stand between one super mutant and another. I understand they're all like kin. They're all like kissing sisters.
Look at Yoko, is that true?
No, a good super mutant doesn't kiss and tell.
So she picks up her rifle and then she cocks it. Are we going to just go separate ways here, or are we gonna come to an understanding, or are we gonna have some trouble?
I mean, we're here just to use the radio, aren't we?
Yeah. Although now we do kind of have to talk to the super mutant downstairs to see if he is a prisoner.
I mean,
Yeah.
If he is, do we know if we're within range that it actually affects us?
As soon as it starts beeping, apparently.
I'm just gonna poke my head around the corner and say, I mean, we don't exactly have to do any of those. We can help you get that super mutant. And
Really?
the two and you can help us achieve what we're here to do. If that super mutant happens to get linked to our collars, then you're gonna have to stay with us for a little bit, aren't you?
Are you telling me your little super mutant friend there would allow me to take this one? I don't think that's gonna work. He's gonna kill me in my sleep.
Yoko, you okay with that?
Hey, Yoko.
Right.
If we get this other super mutant out and it's linked to our collars, once we've got them going, will you let her go her separate way with it?
Oh no, I'll kill her.
See,
I
think it's up for negotiation.
Yeah, it's entirely up for negotiation. You win Yoko over, you'll be right. Won't be a problem.
No problem for me.
He looks.
It won't be a problem at all. It won't be a problem at all. You'll be right. It'll be all good.
I see. For some reason I don't trust a ranger. And I trust a super mutant even less.
What about two rangers? Two's better than one.
We don't have that bad of a reputation. It's not like we're the NCR.
You know, you rangers are worth 250 dinars to the Legion.
The Legion are assholes. And anybody who sells people to them are also assholes.
You know, I got another thing that'll convince you. Take a look out the window.
He looks past your truck. Yeah, you got a nice ride.
Yeah, see what's on top of that?
I still ain't getting in it with your little pet super mutant's gonna wring my neck.
I try to sneak my way in, Seth.
Sure, there are other doors if you find them.
How about we will agree to sort out the situation with the bomb first, and then we can go from there?
As I said, I'm willing to let this bounty slide if it means you all don't give me any trouble.
Yeah, we're fine with that, right?
See, we can be accommodating people.
Is there any way in that I can see Seth, or is it just these little windows?
No, there was a open door. You just went past it.
I'll roll stealth and go into sneaky mode.
So has this lady done much with the radio tower around here?
I have not touched it. Not really my area of expertise. I'm an explorer and a bounty hunter, and I'm a scout for the Legion.
So whereabouts is entry to this radio tower control?
If you want the radio tower, it's up the ladder in the courtyard behind me by the deactivated Securitron. Don't mind.
I've activated my stealth boy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we able to make our way to the...
You can go to it. Go on.
Do we want to deal with the radio tower first?
What's the range that we can have between ourselves?
Goes down. He didn't say.
How far away was I when the beeping first started?
Like 300 feet.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I could probably act as a relay and stay standing here. Have Michael and the hangman look after the car, and you guys start making your way up to the tower.
Where do I go, Seth?
Just over here. There's a ladder by the deactivated Securitron. You
Can I
just
slide a hand?
Oh, you're
please,
at-
What
when
did you
go
want to
through?
do, Ben?
while you're at the ladder,
I'll
you're
stay
just
here,
interacting with it.
act as a relay, just to make sure we don't go out of distance.
Right.
You guys go up the tower, and Michael and the hangman stay at the car to make sure that cowgirl doesn't try to take it.
Sounds like a good plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Damn cowgirl. Is there anything of interest in this room, Seth?
It looks like an old barracks room that the NCR was using. There's some bunk beds, there's some chests and some armor racks that have been mostly looted.
Are these
That's
weapons on like the tables and the things like actual there, or is it just? Oh wow.
Yeah, it looks like the NCR was collecting a bunch of like tribal loot, like a bunch of primitive weapons here, just because, and then when they pulled out, they just grabbed all their advanced weapons and then left a bunch of the primitive weapons. Miranda, do you want to make a mechanics check to get the radio working?
Mm-hmm.
Is the radio where she is?
Miranda is, yep. Yeah, there's a ladder up to the roof where the radio tower is, in the interest of.
Cool.
Alexandra walks over to your truck and she eyes the hanged man, and then she eyes you, Jimmy. We got a freak
Evening.
wearing a executioner's mask. And another ranger. Well, I suspect you're all worth quite a bit.
I suspect you'd be worth quite a bit yourself.
Not really.
To the right
There's a-
people.
There's a lot of me.
But I don't hold much truck with flesh trading.
Living's living. Could be worse. I could sell people to the reservation up north. They could get all ghoulified. All I know is that's where the real suffering happened.
Selling people, still selling people.
At least in the Legion, they get a life.
Not much of one.
I see. He nods. Have a good day, you two. Goes walking off. Meanwhile, Phil. Question.
I was going to ask if there's anything interesting in these rooms that I unlocked.
You found both the kitchen and the mess hall, which looks like most of the food supplies have been taken, but there is still some. And you can make a perception check if you want to pick individual rooms for anything interesting.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Ivy, you climb up to the radio tower and you sit there for a few minutes plugging things in and connecting it to your Pip-Boy. And after a few moments, the Pip-Boy lights up and there's some static, and all of your radios broadcast at the same are connected. You hear a voice soaring.
Can you keep this channel clear, please?
Wait. I have this tuned for the frequency of the NCR. Does that mean some of you are there? Hello? Hello, this is Dr. Van Buren. Who's there?
That's an impressive wake-up speed.
Well, I am a genius.
Is that the definition of waking up fast these days?
Yes, to be a genius, you must wake up quickly. That is what I always said. So, how many of you made it? Are you all there? Let me patch into the radio tower. I'll get a ping. All of you plus 2 are there. A Nash and a super mutant. Been picking up hitchhikers, have you?
Yeah.
So that super mutant is part of this?
Yeah, you've gotten him close enough that he is part of your little group now, unfortunately. Very dangerous. Miss Ivy, I see that you've repaired the radio tower. Good job, my dear, good job.
So where to from here?
You've gotten to the radio tower. I can broadcast to all of you the updated NCR map that I have been working with, along with locations marked on it. Just let me, it might take a few seconds to upload and download over these radio channels. How are you all doing, though? You all managing? You all okay?
We're alive.
Yeah, there's plenty of the Children of Tomorrow, is that what they're called?
Yes, the Children of Tomorrow. That's my big problem, as they have surrounded...
Plenty of them wandering around, and also some NCR retreating, but apart from that...
Well, the NCR has been pretty worthless to me, so... Now that you're out, here's the situation. If you can help me, I will help all of you, and then we can go our separate ways. How's that?
Well, we've made it this far.
Well, if we can get these prison boy bomb things off, that would be amazing.
Yes, I can do that for you, as that is quite easy. But you have to get to me. I am far to your northeast, across the mountains, at the science laboratory known as Boulder Dome, outside of Boulder City. My situation is that some NCR scientists and soldiers took over this lab, and they've been trying to make it work. So, you are all currently, just in the interest of map markers off of Ivy, where you guys are currently. Guys are currently here at Fort Aradesh. I am up here outside of Denver City at the Boulder Dome Science Laboratory. I need you to get here and rescue me. The dome is surrounded by about 50 of those cultist cannibals, and they're trying to break in and eat our brains, as they think that it would make them smarter. I'm not certain. Here also are a bunch of NCR soldiers and scientists. The soldiers have gone rogue and abandoned us. I think they're suffering from some sort of... I don't know. And the scientists aren't really helping me. You can get here, I can deactivate your bombs, and more than that, I can pay you handsomely from some of the technology from Boulder Dome.
Wait, what's happening to the NCR there?
The Boulder Dome.
They've abandoned their posts. I believe they're suffering from addiction to Radaway. They've gone somewhat loopy.
Addiction to Radaway.
Yes, they've been taking it too much. They were doing too many patrols into Denver, where there's lots of radiation. This is the map provided by the NCR. It's not fully accurate, but it is somewhat accurate. Each of these locations is somewhere that is active, has people living there. Understand?
Are these roads accurate?
These roads are accurate, yes.
Okay. Would you recommend us taking the road?
The easiest route is the direct road to Denver City. Though, my warning is the cult is very active along that road. You'll encounter many roadblocks and might even encounter one of their main forces. If you wish to try a full frontal assault, that would be fine, though I'm not sure how well you'll do. Alternatively...
I got an easy question, guys. Why don't we just go up to the north around the mountains and back down?
We don't have a lot of fuel.
Yeah. At least the road goes straight to Denver and then up.
How much fuel do you have, Jimmy?
Books at the fuel gauge.
It was
Quarter of a tank,
I believe.
Mm-hmm. With a quarter, you'll make it to Denver, potentially Boulder Dome, if you directly take the path. But if you want to go around, you'll have to get a full tank. So you would have to stop somewhere else or find fuel elsewhere.
We could head back to those children of the tomorrow. They had some cars.
sneak in at night, siphon the gas.
Yeah.
You have a stealthy, invisible super mutant.
Yeah.
That is true.
How low time-wise? How
Probably keep
long
them
would it take to? Because we'd have to drive all the way around, right? Then up.
At the
and then
rate
back down.
the car drives, there is a bunch of older roads. So the roads marked on it are roads that the NCR knows work. Okay? And so there are other older roads that they don't know that might go around. As for how long it would potentially take about 5 days to a week to drive all the way around. Now, if you
through the
do,
mountains? Sorry.
there could be passes through the mountain. From what I can tell, you have acquired an NCR off-road roadhog, wild hog. Now, Ivy, I'm going to send you some schematics. You can scavenge parts from the radio tower to install them on your hog wild, and then that way I can communicate with you depending on your elevation while you're in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you can do that. Now, if you guys do want fuel, I would recommend you go to the Grand Junction. There's also another option there. The Grand Junction is run by the Iron Liners, which is the previous capital of the South Railroad companies. You go down there, there'll be plenty of fuel, and you could potentially even convince the Iron Liners to let you borrow one of their trains. As many of the underground train tracks are still functional, you could take that and go under the mountain. But that would take some convincing, I'm sure, to borrow one of their prized trains.
I do like that idea.
I mean, we could ask them if we could have a ride and trade them the car for it.
Yeah, maybe. Are they generally friendly or are they hostile?
They used to do a lot of trading before the cult came through and started taking over railway. So they are very friendly. Alternatively, you can go north through the mountains. And I will tell you, there is a community there that I've heard of. I don't know what they are. They are some primitive tribals, though. You might run into them.
No, Liam, after you send that, yeah, we're not trading the car anymore.
And finally,
I forgot about that.
you could head south around Grand Junction. There is another path. It would take you. I'm just going to draw it. Box. It would take you. Would alternatively take this path, but you would go past the Cheyenne Mountain crater, which is the most irradiated zone on this in the entirety of the Colorado.
That's bad.
Always do with growing a new limb.
All three.
Who wrote Weird Yankovic down on Albuquerque?
I'm gonna go along and say, Michael.
Looks at Michael.
Albuquerque Lankovich.
Yeah.
And Albuquerque.
So, you have many routes you can take, or alternatively, I have our Zach's supercomputer at Boulder Dome running the calculations. Based on the rate that the cultists are having to break in, we have about 3 months before they'll actually get into my laboratory, and about 2 months before they get into the one where I've sealed the NCR scientists, as I don't really like talking to them. They're a little bit dumb.
Sounds about right.
So you do.
What did the doctor say? What did you say your name was again?
I am Professor Van Buren, and this is a slightly outdated map. I need to correct it. It should say Tibbet's prison, but this was the original map that I did. So I've updated the other map, but not this version. Because
Wait a second.
Okay. I just want to
You
quickly
put
say.
us in the
I just want to
prison.
quickly say. I have an NCR map which I made months ago, and then I have a actual map that I actually have updated like last month. That is very different. It's just you guys don't have access to that one yet. So this one's the outdated one. So I am sorry.
Pulling the wool over our eyes here.
So yes, that should say Tibbets. Prison.
We're gonna get there, and he's gonna put us back in prison.
His middle name is Tibbets.
Tibbets. There we go. I will correct this before next session. I completely forgot to check.
What's your
my
full
names.
name, Doctor?
My full name? Do you wish to know? I guess we are becoming. I guess I should tell you so you can trust me. My full name is
You don't know.
my first name is not actually on my character sheet. It is in my
He's
notes.
just trying to think of something
My
that
full
isn't
name
Tibbets.
is Dr. Van Buren. My first name is Doctor.
Doctor?
No, just
Strange.
Dr. Van Buren.
Oh, so you're not
strange.
actually a scientist. Got it.
My
Doctor,
parents
Doctor.
named me Doctor. No. Hold on. Actually, where is his name? Sorry.
We all know it's Tibbets.
1 second. Hold on.
I see few. Even my really bad insight can see through
Hold on. Let's
your
sum.
lies.
Let's sum.
Doctor.
Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. Oh. Okay. My name is Dr. Christopher Van Buren. My middle name is Matthias.
Alright, we'll
That is
give you the benefit of the doubt for now. But we expect your full ID and birth certificate by the time we get there.
Of course. Now, I think you all need to decide what route you're going to take to get to me, as potentially for the dungeon master in the sky that will help him sort out what to prep for next session.
We'll go everywhere.
We're
I
gonna
vote
go to
Grand
New
Junction.
Canaan.
Alright, so we have one vote for the Grand Junction.
I mean, it definitely sounds like the friendlier approach.
And we could potentially get like resources that even if we do decide to go the more direct route.
Yeah, worst case, we
And-
go there and sell some loot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and speaking of that, do we have much stuff to sell for possible fuel?
Yes, so you guys do have
Our
quite a
souls.
few weapons that you've looted. And you guys do, if you want to, can sell the 50 cal off the top.
Nope.
You do have all those workbenches and tools. You do have some bartering, and as I said, you do have time, so you could always try to like accept a side quest from the Grand Junction and go and do
True.
that.
But we do have to solve this whole super mutant issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also lots of weapons here that we could pick up and
I
possibly
mean,
try
we
and
could
sell.
do the easy thing and just kill her,
Kill her.
and then
I'm
take the
into
super
that.
mutant.
Kill who? Alexandra?
Well, she's already said that she's if the
She already
bomb
walked off.
the bomb situation, she's willing to
So
leave
they
this
just
whole
leave us.
bounty situation.
Yeah, she just left. She had a very strong feeling that no matter what, Yoko was going to murder her. So she just decided into the sense of self-preservation, she just walked off.
Okay, so we should just let
Oh,
this
yeah.
super mutant
She
out.
had
Classic
a
bounty
repeater
hunter,
a repeater rifle. We could have taken that.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
That would have been loot.
Wait, so
I
she
knew you
definitely
go.
didn't. Did she take anything from us?
No,
No, good.
she's not a thief. She's an honorable
Well,
person. She's a slave trader,
we
but an
don't know
honorable
that.
person. No, I'm just telling
Honorable.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, you just look at your name in Discord, Seth.
Dr. Tibbets Van Buren, Miranda, you... I was wondering what you were doing in Discord.
That's what he's gonna be known as.
Seth,
Forget-
I'm gonna
forget the
walk
actual
around and see
name.
if I can find any, normal weapons, not just tribal weapons.
Yep. Make a perception check. Each of you can make one perception check for your full search. I will give you guys, by the way, since you guys seem to be keeping the car, I was hoping you'd lose it this session, but you managed to get away without too serious damage to it. I will give you guys a car character sheet for it, and that's also where we'll carry your guys' group loot, because that seems like a good place for it. So I will
The
get
car?
that set up. Yep.
Nice.
You
So
know what
I'll
else,
get that set up for you guys for
In
next
the
session.
trunk or the glove box?
Seth?
Yeah?
You know what else we should get?
What?
More XP.
More XP.
XP would be nice.
You'll get XP when you fix this damn door!
What door?
Sorry, I was making a joke.
What door?
The car door.
Yeah.
What do we do to it?
Nothing. It's a joke. Okay, anyways.
Seth is
Okay.
excited for the Spider-Man movie.
I get that reference.
Nice.
Ba-da-da,
Yes.
Nice.
da-da-da.
Make a mechanics roll to upgrade the car. And as for XP, you'll get it at the end of the session. Okay, Ryan, so you hack the Securitron and you turn it neutral, and you can turn it on if you want.
Not yet. Not done. Neutral's a good start. Neutral's not what I want, though.
Okay. Yoko, are you back?
I am back, sorry, someone was talking to me.
No problem. So there is some archaic weapons that the NCR collected from some tribals that you can loot. So there's some like javelins, spears, halberds, and there's some shields, if any of that.
Ooh, what would be the benefit of either a shield or another one-handed weapon to dual wield? How
A
would that work?
shield would give you a bonus to your AC, and you can use it to block attacks or take cover behind it. And as for dual wielding weapons, it would allow you to attack with the weapon.
Do I get any disadvantage when I'm dual wielding?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, can I dual wield one of the things?
Yeah, sure. Do you want like an axe or a spear?
So hang on. Specifically, how it works is do I get 2 attacks or is it
So
like a minor action?
specifically, how it works is that after you attack with your primary weapon, you can. So whenever you make an attack, you can choose to attack with the second weapon. Then whenever you make an attack roll, you can either attack with your main hand or your offhand weapon, and you can, whenever you hit with one, you can spend a hit die to then automatically hit with the other one. And there's also a feat, which is 2-weapon fighter, that whenever you attack with one weapon, you get a free action to attack with the other, and that includes reactions.
Okay. Well, can I take an axe and a shield in case I want to use a shield later?
Sure. Perfect.
Cool.
Seth,
Mm-hmm.
can Reggie help me?
Reggie can help you. He can give
help
you advantage, so why don't you roll it again?
Again?
Hmm? That felt. Alright. So, Ivy, you'll take a few minutes to install the radio antenna. Huh? Meanwhile, Nash, did you want to open the lock and open up the underneath?
Sure. Was there also, how many shields were there?
There were, well, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, I think, in the building. Or left.
I'll grab a shield as well.
Yep. I already gave you one.
Oh, cool.
Do I need to add
Yeah.
my rifle?
Unless everyone wants to wait before we open up this super mutant.
Probably would be best to wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll wait for everyone.
No, Michael, I will give you the service rifle.
Thank you.
Over the next few minutes, Ivy installs this little radio antenna on the back of the truck. I might actually see if I can Photoshop a antenna on it before next session, because that'd look cool. If I can do the light upgrades on it.
Either that or find a trailer with a antenna on it.
Okay, actually, I do need, because you guys are keeping it. That's why I didn't waste time setting up a trailer token. Is I was like, you guys are gonna lose it in like one session, but no, you guys seem very attached to it. So I will get a trailer with a antenna on it.
Seth, it's like the NPC that you only plan for the party to be around for one session. It has been adopted. It is now part of the party.
Yeah, we're already
So
planning
that-
how to fuel it, keep it.
So that
Good
means we
shape.
have to name it then.
No,
Puma-
no,
Puma.
naming it yet. It's not allowed to be
I
named
mean,
yet.
It has a
If we
looks
name
like-
it now,
it's
it's
the
gonna be
road
gone in the
wild.
next session.
Looks kind of like a puma.
Boblin the Goblin.
Anyways, do you guys want to
But Liam,
group
look
up
at it.
and
It's
go
got tusks.
into the basement?
It's still programming.
You're still programming, Ben? Alright, you have updated friendly software, but it'll take like a few hours for it to actually roll over.
Alright, I'm gonna leave that to do its thing, and then I'll go back. It's coming. Hey, what? What's going on? What's going on? We're going down the door? Yep. We're going down the door. Let's go.
Yes, you're going down the door.
The hanged man asks if you want him and Reggie to stay with the truck, so Alexandra doesn't steal it.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm keeping Overwatch just in case anybody comes.
You don't want to go downstairs with them?
I suppose I should, shouldn't I?
You should stay there in case they come back, I think.
Okay.
As the old saying goes, time's up. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay.
Leroy. Yeah,
Actually,
so.
yeah. Make sure Reggie is guarding at least. I don't trust the hanged man fully.
The hanged
Reggie and
man's...
Pooch, because Pooch I don't think can climb down the ladder.
No. Unless Yoko wants to carry him.
Pooch can stay there as well. He can act as an extra guy.
No, get out of the fucking water.
Oh, is that water?
Yep, so you guys climb down into a dripping sewer. You see beneath you about a 10-foot drop off the little platform is rather slowly moving. You hear a snoring sound.
Why can't I move?
Should be able to.
I cannot
Was-
move either.
I moved before, but
Hold
now
on.
I'm stuck.
Let me move you. Let's move now.
Nope.
No.
I'm just. If I
I like had a flash of the screen,
refresh.
and then
I tried reloading and it worked for me.
As you guys move up into the sewer,
Yeah.
you hear the snoring sound, like this creature, this guttural. You hear the flapping of like fins as it snores. You see in the middle of the sewer, Yoko, this massive 10-foot tall creature. It looks, I guess, best described as some sort of amphibious, humanoid murloc-like creature. It's got 4 limbs, this big, 2 big grey eyes, and a bunch of flapping fish-like scales covering it. But it appears to be sleeping.
I meant that the boogie was it the boogie
The boogie woogie, yeah. If someone had the boogie woogie feat, they could literally kill this legendary boss right here.
wait, what's the boogie woogie feat?
You can kill any sleeping creature if you attack it. It
What the
automatically
fuck?
dies. No matter what, it's dead.
I am getting there next time. That's all I can say.
At this point, I don't think you're the only one.
Just
It
craft
also-
strength darts or something.
It also decreases your long rest from 8 hours to 4 hours, and your short rest from 30 minutes to 10 minutes.
Holy
You
shit.
know what else does that?
Master of Sleep.
Shit. Jet does it.
But yeah, a very interesting fate. Anyways, so
What way is the prison boys telling us the pingers?
up here.
Oh, okay.
Pang pang.
You hear another beeping sound, and you hear loud footsteps, and a super mutant looks around the corner.
Whoa.
He's a massive 12-foot tall super mutant. He's wearing just very light clothes with a big black cloth over his head and an eyepiece, and he just carries in between his fingers a flower. He looks very worn out and very sad.
You no come here. I wake up creature, you all get eaten. I no be slave.
And as he speaks loudly, you hear the creature stop snoring.
That's not good.
I'm just gonna hold up my prison boy
get-
that's beeping.
Can we get the fucking super mutants here to act as a liaison?
Yes. Will he react in a positive light to me, Seth?
As you step forward, he looks over. His eyes go wide.
Brother, did you kill mean lady? She chased me ever since I get out of scary prison.
Mean lady, run from us, she coward.
I think you very kind leaving.
We have bomb attached to body. You have one to come with us?
He nods.
I come with you, brother. I seek the new master. I seek comradeship.
Yes, comradeship is here. Follow us. Yes, good.
I just see Captain in my head, not blown off.
Where is the prison boy attached to him, Seth?
Around his, it looks like it's around his, thumb. That big.
His thumb?
Yeah.
God.
He very carefully walks forward. Well, he's a giant, he's a gentle giant, and he's very nimbly, quietly walking forward.
It's no giant, that's a behemoth.
I didn't think anyone would come and help me. Thank you and your friends. There another exit past the creature. I did not wish to fight it, where I would have to escape the bounty hunter. I think there's NCR treasure back there, but I no risk it.
You a strong fighter?
No, I am a pacifist.
Conscientious objector.
I refuse to hurt people ever since Master made us murder so many.
Well, I'm gonna try and befuddle him with logic. That creature is no human or person. It is a monster.
Okay. Make some sort of charisma check.
Yeah, this is not my forte. Persuasion, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He looks at you and he looks at the creature.
I only defend my life. That creature, this is its home. I will not invade its home. Come, brother. Even their treasure is not worth killing. I killed many people in service of the Great Master. Now I seek refuge.
Big giant guy doesn't want to kill things. I can get behind that. Let's
There
just
is
get going.
a place to the west, across the Colorado. I have heard it is a refuge for our kind. I seek to go there.
Really?
I seek to cross at either the Divide or Hoover Dam. Take me there, brother, please.
So anyways, for the rest of you, do you guys want to fight the angler or do you guys want to leave?
I'm quite fine leaving.
This
I'm
is an
quite fine
option.
leaving.
I will advise you this is an optional boss fight and it will be very difficult.
Yeah, I want to leave. I think.
I mean, it's not so much that I'm scared of the fight, it's that if the big guy doesn't want to kill things, that's, you know, that I can get behind that.
You're telling me the character sheet for this monster that I wrote up like 3 weeks ago for like half an hour to give it a whole bunch of cool special abilities is going to completely
I'm
worthless?
sure you're gonna bring it back somewhere
Well,
else.
then
Seth.
you should have
I
had
don't
the
have a
guy.
grenade, so I can't do anything about it.
In that case, you should have had the guy go, "Let's kill this thing. I will help you if you kill it."
Why would I do that? He's a pacifist.
Well, there you go then.
You did this to yourself, Seth.
No, I've been giving you guys consistently this session conflicting motivations to make you guys make choices.
I don't want to get that big guy upset.
Yeah.
Seems like a
Hey, big,
stupid idea.
big guy, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
If he attacks us, you'll defend yourself, right?
Only if he threatens my life. He has not harmed
No,
me for the 2 days
Ryan,
I have
we are-
been here.
Now, if you would just
dragging-
stand
I
right
raised
in
my
front of
pistol.
us.
I raise my
Ryan?
pistol up to the side of my head.
I
And I
will
look at
not
Jimmy.
partake
I
in a
am
fight
dragging
that
Ryan
you
away.
start. You start
I
a
am
fight, I will
physically
not partake.
dragging Ryan away.
Well, I've spilt blood. I've ticked off the box of needing to spill blood every day, so I don't mind if we don't fight this either.
You spilled lots of
Yoko,
blood.
how tall are
Lane.
you?
He's like-
Tall?
He's like 7 feet. He's a small super mutant.
Seth, if I go over here, can I see how tall it is over there? Is it a raise up again, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, can I sneak around there?
How far is
You can
that
try.
gap there? Would I be able to tell from here?
That gap is about 15 feet.
Hey, big guy, can I ask a favor? I want to try something.
What?
Not you, big guy.
Oh.
Yes.
Can
I
you take
am
me over
Blackjack. I would ask you to use my name.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention when you said your name before. My apologies, Blackjack.
That is okay. My feelings are not hurt. I am very big and tough.
Could you take me over to that side? If you walk down there. Do you think you'd be tall enough to?
Treasure.
We can go around him. We don't have to disturb him. I just want to see what they've got over there. The NCR like hiding things from people. Usually if they're hiding it where there's a big monster, it's something important to them. And if they put these straps on us, I want to get what's important to them and so that they can't have it anymore.
I see. You wish to acquire loot without hurting the creature. I will help you. Only because I believe it is right. Does anyone else wish to go with him?
I will go with him.
Sure.
You all want to be lifted over there?
I vote to go back up.
Then you will go back up.
I as a sign of faith to Blackjack that I'm not going to go along and attack the monster, I say he can hold on to something for me while I'm there. It is something incredibly precious to me. But do not lose it. It is very, very important. And I hold him out my other one to hold on to.
Thank you. I will walk in the water.
And he gets down and there's some splashing. And you hear the angler stop snoring again. And he goes... Rawr. Meanwhile, so Ivy's going up, right?
Oh boy.
Jimmy, are
Maybe
you also going up?
We just gotta wait for a moment for it to settle back down and then we're good.
Jimmy, are you also going up?
I will go up, yes.
Yeah, I want no part in what's going to happen. I can just tell.
Okay, so that leaves the Phil, Liam, and Ben down here, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are just technically upstairs, but you guys can still see. How's that?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
They want to watch us potentially die.
Yes, Blackjack reaches over with his big hands.
Come to me, my two friends.
He picks you up, Ryan.
Here you
I listen
go.
for the snoring. Has it started back up again?
Yeah. Actually, Liam, you're the luckiest one here.
Okay, yeah.
High or low?
Fuck. The luck affects it, right?
Yeah, so you get
High.
okay. You have a luck of 5, right?
Yeah.
The total result is an 18, so yes, that is high. The creature goes back to sleep. He grabs you, Nash, and he puts you over, and he moves you over, Yoko.
I will stay here for when you return.
Rip.
I attempt an acrobatics check to jump over.
You can.
Oh fuck, that was close.
Nearly a critical failure. Okay.
That's a success.
Yep, that is a success. You leap over to the other side with a loud thump. Liam, high or low?
High again.
The creature does not wake up.
I will try and jump using athletics.
Okay. Ryan?
I mean, it's gonna be the same either way for me.
Hey.
Yoko critically
Fucking-
goes stealthy.
Fucking
Ryan falls and splashes into the water with loud. Liam, high or low?
Hi.
Oh. The creature's still asleep.
You said it was 10 foot.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have
how much is it over here to get back up there?
Over here? Yeah, no, sorry. That's 10 feet. Over here would be 20 feet. So here's 10 feet.
Ryan.
Here's 20 feet.
Ryan, quickly drop down and help me up.
Who?
Nash, sorry.
You're right.
Yeah, my brain is. It's a long week. It's a long week.
Move you two up just so you two can see.
Does any of our gear come with rope?
I don't think you guys have any rope.
Oh boy.
Gotta
Just
reach down and just grab them.
Oh,
With your chainsaw hand.
Take my good hand. Can I reach down to him from here?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
probably
get
go
down.
and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reach down.
Just get down. You got a natural.
Oh, boy.
Oh no, Yoko got a natural 20.
Yeah,
I
I haven't.
Never mind.
I guess I'll try and style. Oh no.
Oh no.
7.
That's not very stealthy. Liam, high or low?
I'm gonna use my luck. I'm
Okay.
gonna use a point of luck to
Mhm.
re-roll that. 17.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay, yeah, then I'll hold my hand down.
Yep.
Okay. Ryan, make an acrobatics or athletics check with advantage, because he's helping you up. Okay, a 10 is the minimum to jump 10 feet in this case, but you make it some loud splashing. High or low?
Hi!
Oh, there was so many low numbers around that. Meanwhile, Phil, you find yourself a suit of power armor, and it's just chilling there.
Oh, okay.
It looks like some sort of mining armor, though.
Right. What would be the best way to move it back?
It seems to be deactivated, though, like it's out of power.
No.
Someone take the legs and the arms. We just.
Is there a way to dismantle it or move it back?
There
somehow,
is, if you've got someone with a high enough mechanics or someone who's experienced with power armor.
Yoko takes the legs, me and Ryan takes the arms.
Am I high enough mechanics to try to dismantle it?
What's your mechanics? It is
Plus.
but your ranks is 2. No, you're not experienced enough. You can try, but it'll be at disadvantage.
So wait, so I read that with luck, right? You can use it to use a roll using your luck instead.
Yes.
So I have a luck of 5.
You can use up a point of luck to roll it with a +5, yes.
Would that be high enough to try and disassemble
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, you can try.
Let's go for some dumb luck. Wait, do you guys want to do that, or do you want to just carry it?
I mean, I don't think between us we could carry it without dismantling it.
Okay. Dumb luck. Here we go.
You always gotta get Ivy.
That will
Unfortunately.
that would be a 15.
A 15? With a 15, you can disassemble all the parts off of it, but the power armor frame will still weigh quite a bit, and you won't be able to disassemble the actual frame.
We can radio each other, right?
I'm gonna sneaking around here. Just try to wave over to Blackjack. Can you go around the other side where we met you before?
Okay.
Just be very quiet.
Aye, quiet.
Can you take this over to the far door?
You wish for armor of the conquerors?
If we use their armor against them,
The Brotherhood
not armor of the
slaughtered
conquerors,
my
then.
people.
Better it in our hands than in anyone else, right?
I'm gonna try to persuade him that if we use it, it's not the armor of conquerors anymore. It's the armor of liberators.
Okay.
I carry, for I trust new friends. Ivy and Yoko are friendly. Other ones are scary.
And he picks
Sometimes
up
scary is
the armor. Alright. Meanwhile, upstairs, Ivy and Jimmy, are you two doing anything exciting? You guys just chilling with the hanged man?
We're watching.
Okay.
Or listening for screams, you know.
Okay. Alright then. So, Blackjack collects the armor, and if you guys just want to make an acrobatics or athletics check to get back. Yoko easily makes it.
Finally!
Ryan makes that critical success, and he makes it.
23.
And damn, all of you make it back easy. Alright, one last high or low check. Liam, high or low?
Hi.
Has never led you astray. Not tonight either. What is that, 6 checks? With a 25% chance to fail. A 25% chance to fail, and the creature wake up and start murdering, and you're all fine.
Amazing.
Believe in the heart of the dice.
Alright, you guys all climb out then.
I'm just gonna look at Jimmy and say, look what we found.
Truly impressive. Well, it
Well
fit on the
done.
chair.
Jack climbs out, and he kind of has to crawl out of the fortress.
How the heck did he even get in there in the first place?
I'm very nimble.
He does yoga as a hobby.
I'm more confused as to why this small place needed a big sewer to begin with.
The place was built on top of the sewer. Before this place was a thriving metropolis, but it was reduced to ash by one of the radiation storms.
I just wanted to confirm that we are heading to next towards the Grand Junction, yes?
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect.
I'll load up my Securitron, which is still updating, onto the trailer with the power armor, or I'm gonna start thinking some more.
Do we need make a side cart for Blackjack?
Yes.
Or can he sit in the trailer? Or...
Trailer's pretty full to start with.
Yeah, the trailer's pretty full, but he'll give it a go.
You can just run alongside while we're driving.
We'll just drive slower till we find another car to rip apart to make another trailer. We're just gonna have a full-blown convoy going.
Convoy!
Trailer convoy.
Yep. So most main locations that have unique maps will have potentially in them a loot room with some very unique item in it, and it will often be guarded by a very tough legendary boss. You guys just did the skill challenge and got very lucky stealthing past it. So, all I'm gonna say.
Very lucky.
Very lucky. Anyways, we shall wrap up there.
So Liam, every time we find the loot room, you have to come with us.
Blind luck.